Which penny box will win this round? Hey everyone, it's Rob with Rob Finds Treasure, and we've got another round of penny hunts with a customer wrapped and a machine wrap box. Now I had to go around and bank hop to get this one filled. Took me about 4 banks. I asked for $10 at 4 different banks, and I got a mixture of machine wrapped and customer wrapped. So I went to the 5th bank because I was like 1 or 2 rolls short, and it was like, really? So I asked for $10 more, and they gave me $6 worth, and the rest were machine wrapped. And at the end of the day, I decided, you know what? I've got exactly $30 in customer wrapped and $30 in machine wrapped. So both of these boxes are 1 row heavy than a full box, which is fine because it's still even. So now instead of a box versus a box, it's $30 versus $30. Probably better for the average anyway. More fun to hunt. So anyway, it'll be 30 versus 30. We'll call it roll 1. We'll get to roll 60. That's how we'll do it. We'll call it like it is, and we'll see which box produces best. I think I'm going to start with the machine wrapped, as always, because you never know if you've got search rolls or not, and I'd rather search these first because I do know for sure these are unsearched. Let's get this hunt started. We're on roll number 5 out of 60, and we have our first wheat cent here. Customer wrap roll of 51D to put us on the board. Same roll, another wheat cent. 1954D. Roll 6, another wheat cent. Got kind of a reddish tint to it. It's a 45D. Oldest so far. 3rd wheat cent already. Roll 8, another wheat cent. 48D. Roll number 14, and open it up. The end was a 51. I think it's an S. We'll get it open and let you see. Yep, 51S. That's our 5th wheat cent already. And we're on roll 15. Roll 18, guys. Gonna already have our 6th wheat cent of the customer wrap box. And it's a 44D. So that's good. We've got, what is that, 3 in the 40s and 3 in the 50s? Pretty good find so far. Pretty nice wheat cents as well. Roll 22, got our first dime in a roll. So we'll take it on the board with a dime. Roll 23, we're gonna have our 7th wheat cent here. Love when they're not facing me because it gives me the chance to flip them. It's a 56D. We'll take it though. 7th wheat cent of the box. Roll 31. Got our first Canadian in the box. 1985. Cool toning, good condition. Roll 32. Another dime. 02. Roll 33, and yeah, we've got a little mini penny here. 2005 Cayman Islands with a little Cayman bird on it. That's something different. That thing's small too. Watch it next to the Canadian. Dink. Roll 37, and we're gonna have another Canadian here. It's a newer one, 2000, but it's another foreign find. This box got really cold. I think these set of pennies were looked at for Wheaties because I haven't found a wheat cent in literally 20 plus rolls. So kind of a bummer there. But I bring you in because look at this. We got a 1986 proof. It's got a scratch on it. It's not in the best shape. But I don't find these very often. That's only my 3rd one ever found coin roll hunting. So that's really cool, and I'm excited about that. That's going to make this box pretty tough. Only 7 wheat cents, a plethora of 59s and 09s, some cool foreign finds, but that's about it. We got really cold. Maybe there's a wheat cent or 2 left in these last few rolls. Let's keep looking. All right, everyone, finished the box of customer wrapped pennies, $30 worth. You know, we got a couple of dimes and kind of a cool 1995. It's got some doubling on the back, but it's machine doubling. I just pulled it aside. 3.5 pounds of copper. We ended up with 22 2009s, 3 foreigns, which 2 were Canadian, and this Cayman Islands coin, which is kind of cool. Look at this. 8 1959s, and there's D's and there's Philadelphia's. Only 7 wheat cents. We were hot in the first half of the box, and then we cooled down. A couple of 51Ds, a 54D, a 56D. In the 40s, we got a 44D, a 45D, and a 48D, all Denver mints. We found a pretty nice 1960D, a sweet 86 proof, a couple of 69S's to look at. Now, even though there wasn't a ton of finds for this box, I'll tell you, it was refreshing to look through it, mainly for a couple of reasons. One, I got a lot of years in mints that I could check for varieties. I don't get a lot of 98, 99, and 2000 Philadelphias, and I had a lot in this box, so I got to search a lot of them for the white AM. I also got a lot of 84 Philadelphias to check for the double ear, and I had a lot of 92 and 92Ds that I could check for the close AM. I don't normally get more than a handful of per box to look at, and I had at least 5 times as many as I normally do. Didn't find any of those varieties, but to look at the back of them and the front of them was fun, and it's something I don't get to do a lot of. That being said, 7 wheat cents, 3 foreigns, a proof. The machine wrap's got its work cut out for him, but that's not a mega epic hunt there. So, if the second half had been as hot as the first half, it probably would have sealed the deal. Although, I'll tell you, this proof coin for me, that's going to be tough to beat. Alright, everyone. Now that we finished hunting this box, let's move on to the machine wrap box. Good start to the machine wrap rolls. Very first roll, 1955 D Facing Me Wheat Penny. We'll take it. We're on the board. Roll number 7, gonna have our second wheat cent here, and it is a 1958D. All right, 2 from the 50s. Roll 10, gonna have our third wheat cent. Could be old. Looks like it's a 47D. Nope, 47 Philadelphia. But it's our third wheat cent and oldest of the box. Roll 13, gonna have our fourth wheat cent here. Looks like it's a 49D. It is. And we'll take it. We're on roll 17, and we're gonna have our fifth wheat cent here. Could be pretty old, or it could be a last year 50 AD. Same roll, got our first foreign coin, and it's a 2004 Canadian. Roll 20, gonna have wheat cent number 6 already. Similar to the last box, hot in the beginning. It's another 55D. Roll 36, guys. We're gonna have our 7th wheat penny here. 52, is that an S? It is an S. 52S, all right, I'll take that. It's our oldest of the 50s, and it's a good mint mark, being a San Francisco mint. So that's 7 wheat pennies. Roll 48, guys. We got another Canadian cent here. 1982. Second foreign of the box. Roll 52. Finally got an 8th wheat cent out of this box. Thought I was going to be tying the last one. And it's a 44D. Pretty nice wheat cent there. Roll 58, guys, and look what just slid down. An old King George. What year is this one? A 45. That's going to help this box quite a bit. It's not in the greatest shape, but I will take it. That's an old Canadian. That's 3 foreigns, just like the last box. But we had a proof in the last box. So we have 3 foreigns like the last box, but we also have 1 more wheat cent. But again, no proof. It's pretty tight. If we could find a couple of more wheat cents, it'd make it interesting. All right, guys, another box of pennies hunted. This was the machine wrap rolls. We had 3 pounds and 5 ounces of copper. The customer had 3 pounds, 8.5 ounces. So machine wrap did not beat the customer wrapped in copper. Machine wrapped had 15 of the 2009s. We had over 20 in the custom wrap, so it didn't beat that as well. 3 foreigns in each. This one had a King George. The other one had a Cayman Islands. That's kind of a toss-up. Maybe the King George is slightly a bit better. We had 9 1959s, so we beat the other box by, I think, 1. 8 Wheaties versus 7, so we beat it by 1 as well. And really, the oldest of the box is a 44D, so when it comes to wheat cents, they're about a toss-up at the end of the day. We did have 4 1969S's to look at. That's better than the last box. No proof. The other one had a proof. And then we also had another 1983 cracked die. And if I stick it under the microscope, you can clearly see there's a cracked die between the I and the T. And it even has the other side between the R and the I. Slightly. So, a cracked die and a slightly off center and a King George. No proof. Man, this is a toss-up. What do you guys think? If I were to bet my money, I think I would take the proof coin because I don't find many of those. I've only found 3 in almost 150 boxes. So to me, the custom wrapped just edged out the machine wrap. But then again, cracked die, off center, King George, an extra wheat cent. You let me know which box won. At the end of the day, I had a good time hunting $30 in custom wrapped and $30 machine wrapped. A little bit more than a normal box. Kind of fun for me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching and happy hunting.